if the Nissan Altima was a donut, what donut would it be, and would it win a fight against a strawberry strudel?
It would not win that fight.
An over-under is a very classy firearm. They're very well balanced. I think they're easier to shoot than a side-by-side. So I think you get like more miles out of that thing, right?
What is up, everybody? Judge Jimmy to my right, Mr. Ryan Muckenhern across from us.
Objection.
Today. Yeah, we need to get your gavel. And today we are answering your questions. And before we answer your questions, I want to say something that I don't say enough. We don't say enough. And that is thank you. Thank you for writing in with your questions, your comments, your observations. Some of them are pretty funny. I like a lot of them. Respond to a few every now and again. Sometimes I jump in there and I just can't help myself. Usually it's the ones that are, I'm like, that guy's pretty funny. And we got a lot of your questions today.
I think if we get 10 likes on this podcast, you have to go in and respond to all the comments.
Even the dicey ones.
Mm-hmm.
Boy.
Mm-hmm.
I was with
even the roasts.
I was with Matt Peterson the other night.
I don't want to have to take a look that far inward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I mean, there's no telling what I'd find.
I was with Matt the other night.
Yeah.
I was like, how are things?
Doing what?
Gun stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, good. He's like, do you ever read the comments? I'm like, no. He's like, I feel really bad.
What do you mean he feels bad?
Well, I think he read a negative comment. And
Yeah.
I said, that's
They'll
what Mark
get
does. Mark will read those, and he gets fired up.
No, I internalize them. Yeah. I'll say this, though, and this is something I am so thankful and grateful for. The vast majority, so amazingly positive, constructive, appreciative. I mean,
That's how we do this.
Warms my heart. Yeah. And it's great. And then every now and again, you do get a rotten apple that just shakes you to your core. Those little phone rooms that we have that are made for, you can make a private phone call.
Yeah, people just use them for lunch.
Right.
Yeah, great for crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little private cry you can do in there.
Mark, those are the people, though, that keep our world on a trajectory of some semi-normalcy. If we didn't have them,
the grouches?
Can you imagine? Yeah.
Why? I don't like the negativity.
I'm one of those people that I encourage
grouchiness,
mild bullying.
Okay. I'm not fully against it. I have
only when it's directed towards Mark.
Yeah, I like to dish it out.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to take it. Yuck.
Mark, turn your mic.
Again?
Yeah.
Good. I swear I've done this before.
For you all in your beard?
Keep it horizontal. Right now you have a vertical presentation of the mic. That made it worse.
Yeah, you actually made it more vertical. Do you mind?
Kind of.
Okay. Then I won't. What status is your beard at right now? Did you maintain it to this level, or is it?
Can I ask MC Ryan, how does it sound?
MC Ryan is only giving hand motions.
I don't know what that means.
This hand motion meant present more.
Grab the mic, the bulb.
You keep making it worse.
Yeah, all you're doing is grab this part right here.
This is the mild bully I'm talking about.
No. Up here. Forward. There you go. Now rotate inward.
Oh,
Very
good.
Yes. Now lift it up.
Check. 1 2 1 2. MC Ryan will have to have you cut that part out.
If you would extend your left hand, raise your middle finger.
That was like 5 minutes of know your other left.
Your arm is physically not long enough?
Grab my arm. My arm.
Guys, we got a lot of questions to get through here. Some really good ones. I noticed we solicited these from the audience. First couple of them are within the first few. We had some internal participation. Our good friend Miss Maggie Joe Outdoors, asks.
Well, that's fitting. She works in social media, so she's supposed to be on there.
Yeah, she was on the ball. Which one of you three can run the fastest?
James.
I don't know
That's
about
what I would
today.
say, too.
I just threw my Crocs on those, so I'm not very fast in those.
James is very fleet.
Way too close to archery elk season for me to be doing any sprinting to find out.
You gotta keep that hamstring intact, don't you? Or the quad.
The quad.
The quad.
That got me sprinting got me into trouble with some quad.
Yep.
A couple
Frisbee
years ago.
golf got you in
right?
trouble with some cuff.
The cuff.
It's falling apart at the seams here. Jim, I give it to you. When you were in high school, what was your 40 time?
My 40 time?
Yeah. Do you know? Do you recall?
I thought you distance ran.
No.
Oh, you were a sprinter.
Yeah. Well, like
Well,
I ran
it's
400s.
in football Americano, Ryan. That's
in high school, I was
a
like
metric that they measure.
It was in high school. I was like high fours. Like I was not blowing the doors off anybody.
That's pretty good though. Like 4.9, 4.8.
Like 4.8. Yeah.
4.8's pretty good.
There's
I think
300-pound linemen in the NFL who could outrun high school me, who was like a string bean and like
I swear, when I see that though, and my hat is completely off to those guys. I mean, that's like watching a bumblebee fly. You know what I mean? How are they doing it?
Levitation. There was a time where I did run a lot.
I mean, that is like insane athleticism.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, there was a time I ran a lot that was pretty fast. I don't know that I would call it a sprint though. So it was like I would do 2 miles, and I'd light it up, but then I blew my leg up on a very funny mule deer hunt with Travis Baran where I forgot my headlamp, and I can't do that anymore.
I imagine watching you run in some sort of athletic apparel would be a little bit almost disconcerting because it just
very few people have seen me in a t-shirt
in shorts
or in shorts.
I think they would be shocked to see how high the waistband on the shorts go up.
No, it's pretty low. Like, so
I thought you had a torso like this.
Well, I do. Yeah. So it's pretty much, it's like I go like hip to nipple. That's kind of, that's the transition, right? But I'll tell you what, if
when he sits down, he's, oh, my rib.
Yeah. So this is fun. So Rochelle on the video team, Rochelle and I, if we sit on the ground back to back, and Rochelle is short.
Yeah.
She's 5'1", 2.
Maybe.
She's pequeño. If we sit back to back, our heads are at the same level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's shocking.
Yeah. If I ruck, well, I'll ruck tonight. You can catch me in shorts. I'll be there.
I'm not. Yeah.
Oh,
whoa,
whoa.
MC Ryan.
Hey, zoom in on my
He's
neck.
brought up. Well, they
Oh,
zoom in on his
wow.
neck, which some people would also refer to as his waist.
My brother pointed this out to me. My brother had a gender reveal last weekend, 4th of July.
Oh, what is he?
Well, yeah.
He's having a little girl.
Still a guy? Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
separate kid.
I'm jazzed. He said, "What is wrong with your neck, and what is going on with your calf?" So here's the deal. I don't know if the viewers will be able to see this picture, but my brother had these fireworks that he wanted lit off, and that was my job to light the firecrackers off.
So this was a recent photo?
This is 4th of July, and the data recording is 10 July. So one of them was like a big one in the middle, like a bomb, and then the others were just smoke bombs. And so my thought is like I could pivot and reach and light the smoke bomb, pivot and reach and light the smoke bomb, and then I would have enough time to light the fuse on the big one, which my face was over.
Yeah.
And so smoke bomb, and I go to the middle, and the fuse melted. It didn't light. It just like a plastic string just dripped.
Problem.
And I'm like, oh no. And so I'm yelling, there's like people filming, my family's there. And I'm like, the expletive thing won't light. And like, it just keeps melting. And I'm like, I've got less than an inch of fuse left. I'm like, shoot for the middle. So I shot for the middle, and immediately it's like into the box. I'm like, I'm gonna die. And so I had to evac from this position that I was in.
It's like they say, aim for the bushes.
Yeah, man. I thought about jumping to the lake, but I would have landed on some rocks, and it would have been bad.
The way the photo's taken is a bit like a Sasquatch picture.
Yeah.
Light fuse, get away.
So that was me in shorts. Thanks, Ryan.
Boy, guys, we got a lot of questions here.
Oh, sorry, Mark.
If we go
9 minutes a
can't-
question from
Jim,
here on
I'm
out,
just gonna, I don't think we can do that again.
okay, we'll speed round it.
Jim's the fastest. That's the answer.
Jim's the fastest.
Yeah.
Shed Crazy asks, why is the 270 the Lord's cartridge? I think he's just wrong.
Well,
I think he's been misinformed.
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
all-
it's a fine round, but the Lord's cartridge is the 30-06 Springfield. Its progeny, the 270, is a fine cartridge. It is not the Lord's cartridge.
You can do a heck of a lot with it.
Jesus loves all the little cartridges of the world.
That's true. That's
yeah.
true.
You know what, Jim? I think that's a real good way to look
So
at it.
in that sense, I guess you're right. It is.
They all are.
Yeah.
Well, most. Our very own MC Ryan.
Wait, is this a question for MC Ryan?
No.
Oh.
It's he joined the conversation online.
Oh.
It's a good question. I don't really have the answer to it. Why aren't 10-minute talks 10 minutes?
That's not a question, that's a complaint.
Yeah, that was pointed.
So none of you know MC Ryan like we know MC Ryan. And we know.
Do we even know MC Ryan?
No. We know whatever issued identification
Yeah.
and dossier he was given from the agency. And like this is the persona that you assume for this mission. Doesn't say much. This says a lot.
This says a lot. This says
It's a fair question.
Our time here is limited.
To quote Lenny Pepperbottom, because of the way it is.
There you go. Trenton, Bren 330.
He's here tomorrow.
You knew he'd be
He
there
weighed
in
into the
comments.
conversation
You knew he'd be
heavily.
there.
He's here tomorrow.
I think he was about 50% of the submissions here, and I couldn't just pick one, so I did pick a handful
Naturally.
here. Lever action or pump action? I've got my answer.
Context, Trent.
Should we just speed round?
Nope.
Can we just speed round?
No, just provide some
Lever.
reasoning.
Lever.
You go, okay.
Lever.
Why?
Context is everything, but I'm not allowed to give any. So if I had to just pick one, we take examples like James BLR, superbly accurate rifle,
Oh,
spectacular firepower, shoots like a bolt gun. A Remington 760, your odds of that being as good are not as high. So
I say lever. And I've got a little lever 410, so that even includes moderately the shotgun realm. Still looking for a lever 12 gauge.
they make them.
We'll talk afterwards.
I'm going with the pump.
Not surprised.
Brings me back, a little bit of nostalgia there. And in my experience, I'm sure you guys will say, oh, no, you can go faster. I think a pump, you can stay on target a little bit better and you can run it a little faster.
Do you feel as good?
Like, about yourself? Like, are you okay with yourself?
Yeah.
Dude, I think a pump is sweet, man.
It's not sweet, but a lever.
They're cool. I don't know. I like it. I like the
Okay.
pump. Trenton also asks, if Mark was a color, what color would he be? Why is it neon beige? I just thought that was funny. I don't even know what he means by that. I don't know what he means by that.
I think I know what he's getting
I know what
at.
he's getting at too. Yeah.
What is he getting at?
Well,
You exude a certain energy that would imply a neon colorway.
And
Okay.
then
And
that,
yet-
that
and-
faint buzz too.
Yep. And then yet when you actually dive deeper, I think one
What,
can
there's
realize
just no substance?
it's not that there's no
All
substance.
show,
it's
no
just-
go?
No, let's not. No, it's not that there's no substance. It's just that you live in a suburb, you drive a Tundra. I'd say you've got a routine. You're a routine-oriented creature.
I was forced into that cage,
You
Jim.
do some exciting things.
I get out of the cage every once in a while.
Yes, you do. That's the neon.
Sometimes I pull so hard I break the leash. That's when everybody needs to look out.
That is.
Camel
Have you come back?
or solids, also from Trent.
Solid.
Both.
Don't care.
Okay. He also asked inertia or gas piston
just
shotgun.
all these pages.
I didn't even.
Trent.
I'm skipping over like 17 of his, by the way.
The answer to Trent's question there is inertia driven.
I have both. I think you're right.
Over under.
Okay.
That's enough from Trent.
I think we run into another string of his down the road here. Jim, this is a question for you. I wouldn't know.
It's nice.
Juice 19A, what is the best blaster from the Star Wars universe?
Oh. I always liked the Riddler.
Huh?
I used to play Star Wars Jedi Knight Outcast on GameCube with my buddy, and there was a multiplayer mode where you'd play against the computer with your friend. Split screen, but you could be on the same team or against one another.
Okay.
And I remember a whole plethora of blasters of different types, and one was the Riddler, and it was just the one that just would just spray. Lots of
Beams.
laser ball round things flying downrange.
The more laser balls you got,
Yep.
the less
Name it,
laser
take.
balls
That was I'm 94.5% certain it was called the Riddler.
Okay. Well, I like the name. I like the name.
Or the Wookiee crossbow.
The crossbow. Why in any sort of modern media?
Why did it have to shoot green lasers out of a crossbow?
Okay, there's that question. I'm just saying the overall efficacy of the crossbow platform is so elevated in, like, you need to kill a zombie. Oh, crossbow. That's gonna do that. I don't know. I think it's overrated.
Great song by a band named Clutch called "What Would a Wookiee Do." You should look it up, Mark.
I don't know. It's probably that rock and roll you've been listening
It is.
to.
Clutch is a
Big
band.
Man Outdoors. Oh, sorry, Ryan.
Go ahead.
It just didn't seem important.
It's fine.
Big Man Outdoors. Describe the ultimate wild game feast and how would you prepare it? Why is it the ultimate wild game feast?
Username fits.
Yeah. Do you need a minute?
No, I got it.
Okay, because
I got mine.
All right, here's what we're going to do. This is one meal. Okay.
And don't make it long. Like you
Wait, sorry.
usually
Was
do.
it supposed to be a huge meal or just the best?
Just the
Ultimate
ultimate
feast.
outdoor feast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, mine still
Wild
stands.
game feast.
Mine
Okay.
still stands.
So your hors d'oeuvre, and I'm stealing this from my brother because he did this when we were in Canada, is fresh caught walleye. My brother breaks it down into 3 different pieces of meat from one fillet, and they are all distinctly different, which is neat. Very light breading, fried, and then he took yum yum sauce and mixed it with something for a dip. Primo. That's your hors d'oeuvre. Your main course is 2 meats, very different meats from each other. One is ruffed grouse, light breading, and by that I mean like a flour wash, but not like an egg flour wash, like a seasoned flour just rolled in it, right? You give that a light browning. On top of that, you make a wild blueberry reduction with garlic and peppercorn, and you drizzle it on. Adjacent to that is a cut of pronghorn that has been sous vide'd for 3 hours with a pat of Kerrygold butter and a sprig of rosemary, salt, pepper, garlic, done rare. And then for dessert, you make homemade ice cream.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to have.
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
How much time just went by? I zoned out. Yeah.
Jim, you got a meal?
Antelope tacos right next to the tent.
Oh my gosh. Wasn't
Good
that
man.
nice?
Montana Mex. I like the green stuff.
Yeah.
Bell peppers, onions, antelope meat in a tortilla.
It's good.
Red onion.
Oh, yeah, agreed. Red onion. Yep.
I know that you're a big fan of the red onion. That's kind of a sticking point for you. You'll die on the red onion hill, it seems.
There's a
There are very many times and places where white onion or a yellow onion is perfectly acceptable.
I made, and I'll say it myself, a heck of a pico the other day.
Oh,
But I went with the white onion. I like the white onion.
That's okay.
Onion in my pico.
that's okay.
Okay, my meal, Ryan, like you, I'm going with a little bit of surf and turf. And I'm coming at you from Southeast Alaska. And I'm going to shoot myself a August
from? Are you from like the PNW area?
Yeah. I'm going to shoot myself an August Alpine Sitka Blacktail. We're going to come down, get it broke down. Then we're going out on the ocean. Is that bothering you, my watch band?
Yeah, thanks for that, Ryan.
I'll put it next to my mic. Going to catch some Dungeness crabs. Going to make, so we're going to start with the crab Louis salad, Dungeness crab Louis salad. And then I'm going to pair that with a blackened lingcod, right? So that's going to be part of our main course, little white fish, maybe some king salmon. Person's going to have their
Options.
choice.
Yeah.
They can have the king salmon, the blackened king salmon, or the blackened lingcod. Very simple to prepare, very delicious. And then I'm going to take the back straps out of that buck. I'm going to take the silver skin off. And I'm going to apply a liberal coating of kosher salt, garlic powder, and black pepper to both sides.
I've got a better
And
salt for you, by the way.
Well, I'll hear you out in a minute, and I'm going to cook it hot and fast at possibly about 500 degrees for probably 3 to 4 minutes per side. And it's going to come out like a really nice medium rare. And then that salt and garlic powder and pepper is going to create a crust on the outside that almost seems caramelized. And just, it's going to be amazing.
That's great.
And it's going to be just so light and healthy and simple and flavorful, and you're just really going to love it. And that sounds like a really good
It was like
meal.
3 minutes longer than my explanation, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Next
and then I
question.
told you to be short.
Yeah.
What a hypocrite.
Next question.
I got lost in it. You know what I mean? Got
can
lost
tell.
in the moment. I'm lost in the comments right now. Cartridge talk about the 264 Win Mag. Stay tuned, Ryan. Stay tuned.
We just did it.
Shh.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I can't. I tried to look in. I don't know how these are
I
staggered
don't
out.
know either.
What are your future? Caracal 36. What are the future plans for the BC series of cartridges? 6.5 BC rules.
James. That's who that is. Car Racer 36.
Car racer.
James.
Character. Now I get it. Yes.
Stay tuned.
He just likes to go fast.
He does. He's very good at it.
Yeah, and he wants a cartridge that goes fast too.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Hope you're well, buddy.
Steps have been taken.
Big ones. Big steps.
A necessary step has been taken.
Yeah.
The one that was the
finally had-
hang up for years.
I finally had to pull it out of Ryan's court.
Yeah, Mark saved the
I
day.
had to take matters into my own hands.
Wasn't the hero we thought we were going to get.
I couldn't ask him. I couldn't ask
the
him
one that we
again.
needed.
Yeah, stay tuned. Hopefully, we're get that thing cooking again, more ways than one. Sportsman 8501. Oh, why did I highlight that one? Why hasn't Mark bought a suppressor yet? No good excuse here. No good excuse here. You know why I highlighted it? Because I need to punish myself.
Oh,
and
right,
the
yeah.
listeners are publicly, right? What do you do? That's kind of like
Self-deprecation.
self-deprecation and also like
Mm-hmm.
somewhat of a self-prophecy, setting a self-prophecy there.
Oh yeah, but yeah, and you know,
No excuse. It's dumb. I should have one. They're awesome.
even if it's like, oh, we might get to the point where real soon you're not going to have to buy a tax stamp, but just get one.
that's not even really my
It's
hang up.
not-
However, that would be a nice plus to, be able to put that $200 towards another suppressor. Why not?
Certainly.
Jim,
Wait a
this
minute.
one's for you.
Okay.
Or mostly. Just because I don't trust Ryan's car sense with his Tacoma. If the Nissan Altima was a donut, what donut would it be, and would it win a fight against a strawberry strudel?
It would not win that fight. If it were a donut, it would be
It's banged up, whatever it is.
It'd be banged up. It'd be the one that fell out of the box in the car when the kids were all grabbing donuts, and it rolled under the front driver's seat.
Smells.
And weeks later, you're wondering, like, you've been wondering, what's that smell?
Yeah.
And you go under there and you look under the seat, and it's actually still intact because of all the preservatives. And it's somehow actually sort of found its place in the bottom crevice underneath the front seat, to the point you almost question whether you should remove it or not, because it looks like it fits there so well.
It's structural at that point.
It is.
Yeah. It's it also smells faintly of cigarettes and Axe body spray or sweet pea.
Or girls who wear
invigorating.
Osiris shoes and have daddy problems.
Yeah.
What kind of shoes?
Humongous skater shoes. The bigger the better.
Nothing wrong with that. Sorry, you made me think of something. Is there a type of hunting in the U.S. where a combination gun makes sense?
Yes. What a great question.
Ryan,
That
you
was
seem
a
to be
thought-provoking question.
Let me tell you what it is.
About this
Let me tell you what it is. Because I've had this conversation around the fire at Antelope Camp. And here's the answer. Northern Wisconsin, you have a Blaser or a Merkel or a JP Sauer drilling or a combo gun, whatever that might be, whatever combination of barrels. And we'll just, in the context, we'll make it a true combo, two barrel gun. Bird barrel on the bottom. You go up during the firearms deer season into the Chequamegon National Forest, where it's very sparsely populated with folks. You get in a little deep and you just start walking trails and looking for timbered lines and cuts, and find yourself a whitetail cruising. You switch to that rifle barrel and you take the whitetail, deal with all that, get him hung up on a tree, and then continue your loop. Flush the rough grouse. Flush the cottontail and or not jackrabbit, snowshoe hare with the shotgun barrel. That's how you have a gentleman's adventure.
I'm for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's where it is.
I mean, I told you the story now. I think I gone out. I think I'd just gone out with my 22. However, similar vibe when I went out and I missed that possum. I shot a squirrel. I was calling raccoons, and I said, Ryan, it was one of the most refreshing, enjoyable afternoons I'd spent. And he goes, because you were just walking around the woods with a gun.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, man, it was awesome.
And you were after anything.
It didn't possum.
Sure.
Let's go.
There's a number of places you could do that though. Like I'm just thinking like places I go. So like last year, shot a pronghorn antelope. Next day we were hunting Hungarian partridge, and you could do that same hunt with a combo gun. In fact, one of the guys that I hunt with, he hunts with a combo gun. He's got a Merkel drilling, or no, it's not a drilling either. It's a combo gun, true combo gun, 16 gauge with I believe an 8x57 barrel, and then he's got a 22 WMR insert for it.
Fun.
Yeah, and it's a 7x65. I'm almost positive of that. And he killed a pronghorn with it. Dandy buck.
I mean, it'd be cool. I mean, yeah, like where I see it mostly is like you said, kind of the North Woods, like still hunting through, and you flush a grouse, and boom, you get him. And
yeah, because
maybe the report of the rifle, a buck jumps up right there, and off you go. Right?
Great question.
I think it makes sense. Yeah.
I got a question. Is the possum to the kangaroo what Smeagol is to us humans?
I don't know what a
That's
Smeagol
provoking.
is.
Gollum, Lord of the Rings.
Subhuman.
Oh,
yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Oh wow.
So Ryan, is the question remains?
Yeah. So
I'm not a big D&D
here's
guy.
I think a question must be asked first. Is Smeagol bad?
Hard to say.
Yeah. Possums aren't. They're gentle creatures.
Right.
They don't mean no harm. They get a bad rap because they look like hell.
They do. They hiss at you.
That's the best they got. That's their defense, man.
I know.
Like all the Pokemons, like he's got the worst attack.
Used to play brought up video games now twice in the same podcast. Super Smash Bros. You used to like throw the little Pokeball, and then like Goldeen would pop out, and it would just go like, and then you'd be like, oh, it's the most useless Pokemon. It's not hurting anybody.
Yeah, that's a possum.
Yeah.
But it's a good point because, Smeagol's kind of a humanoid creature. Possum is a marsupial. Kangaroo is a marsupial.
Kangarooid.
Yeah. Yeah, that fits.
I neglected to say Sportsman 8501 was harassing me about the suppressor. Thank you. And Witty Fool had the Altima strudel comment there.
It was a good one.
Jaw 1489 is their type of hunting in the U.S. Oh, wait, sorry. Dexter Wallace, what public land hunts are y'all itching to do in the next couple of years?
I got one.
Okay.
Upland Safari.
Okay.
Yep.
For me, more bear hunting, hopefully another Southeast Alaska black bear hunt, Roosevelt hunts. Really want to get my blacktail game going. Was MC Ryan clicking at us for something?
No, I think that was the fridge in here.
Oh, yeah, fridge is on the fritz.
I've noticed that.
Yeah.
A little noisy.
Yeah, got some whitetail hunting that I want to do. I've got mule deer points and a handful of states that I just need to burn.
What is one?
Just get rid of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
What public land
Archery
hunts?
coups deer in Arizona
What public
again.
land hunts? Plural.
Oh, is plural?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Mark.
All the things.
I jumped the gun.
I'd do archery coups deer again in Arizona. I just want to go back and do that one again and again and again until I finally get one.
I want to do that.
You got to what? 25 yards on one?
Yep.
Watching Jim stalk that buck was cool.
Stalking that buck was one of the most fun things I've ever done.
It was like like watching Jim go through the cactus and other things. It was like what's that Tom Cruise show where he's like
Mission
going through
Impossible?
the lasers? Yeah.
It did feel like that.
Boy, Brent's back in action here. One country to hunt for the rest of your life outside of the USA. Brent 330, that's Trent.
Oh, Mexico for the food.
For the rest of your life, you're going to Mexico?
Why not?
Guy
Pretty easy to get
loves
there.
burritos.
Passport optional. Food's
Loves
pretty good.
burritos.
Really good coos deer hunting. Ryan, where are you going? You're out. You're kicked out of the U.S.
Canada.
I knew it.
But there's good reason for it.
10,000 good reasons.
Mule deer, whitetail, elk, moose, several subspecies of caribou, ptarmigan, spruce grouse, rough grouse. There are turkeys up there. Our very own Daryl from Vortex Canada got into turkeys in Ontario and Guelph or near Guelph.
Moose, sheep, goat.
I did say moose, but goat, sheep.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that.
Musk oxen. There are ample fishing opportunities. Small game abound. Variety of squirrels, hares, and rabbits.
Canada really is a fascinating place.
It is. Enormous wildernesses, massive biodiversity. I mean,
A lot of untamed territory.
places you can't get to. I was in Ontario just a couple weeks ago. I was closer to polar bears than I was to Iowa.
Oh, yeah. You were in Ontario?
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried texting him something important. Never got back to me.
I did.
Excuse me. You
Day
did.
and a half later.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, he was international. Same answer here.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like it was cheating because it's still North America, but that is where I'm going.
Yeah,
And honestly, it's like,
It's a good one.
yeah, you're not going to go wrong with it. Now, the turkey thing, though, I will say the turkey thing, they have pretty limited turkey hunting in Canada.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, coming here for a lot of Canadians is a big treat. Like, I think turkey tags are on a draw for them. In
Yeah.
a lot of places.
Go outside of North America, though. Come on. It's not that I don't
I've
think
not
Canada's cool,
I've
but
not
it's
hunted
just...
anywhere else.
Maybe New Zealand then?
I've never
for
hunted
me?
in Mexico.
Oh,
I hunted right next to Mexico.
I don't know.
Jim.
Just pick a place. Pick a place that you like the food. That's what I did.
Italy.
Somebody in Italy hunts, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Sure of it.
They've got a great
I'm
hunting
sure
culture.
there's stuff to do. I don't know. Shaped like a boot. Wade.
You're going with Italy too, huh?
No, I'm not going with Italy. I told you I'm going to Canada.
No, that wasn't an option.
Huh?
Part 2.
Then I said New Zealand.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed
Great trout fishing, really cool hunting, some gnarly mountains to get into, some spooky mountains to get into, probably.
Mordor.
Wade _ I don't know. Ubload.
Oh. Ubelody.
Ubbelohde.
Oh, and I like his question.
Yeah, that's for you, Jim. Where's the toaster oven? Where is the toaster oven?
That toaster oven.
Bring it back.
Oh, there it is. It's
MC
actually
Ryan?
still here. We're on iteration 4 of toaster ovens.
What, do you have a couple meltdowns?
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. We use that thing.
Oh, yeah.
We've done some experiments in that thing.
Not just
I don't
food.
know. Not just food. not just food. I don't know. I started running out of recipes. I feel like I got over my skis a little bit. You know?
I don't know, man. I've never had anything come out of that oven that wasn't phenomenal.
Just wash the knives. Wash the cooking utensils.
I did forget to do that.
You didn't forget. You used
ballistic.
you used a knife that you found in the podcast studio that had dog hair on it, and also we used to cut gel blocks full of lead projectiles.
Can we
And then
just establish something? That is a knife made by Victorinox for food things. If I see it and it has the semblance of cleanliness, I will use it on food things. How am I supposed to know that you went digging around in a ballistics gelatin block for a flower-petaled bullet for your video and didn't wash it yourself after doing so?
Ooh.
Jim, if I find a Band-Aid on the streets of the city, am I going to use it to treat my wound?
That's what they're made for.
It is what they're made for, isn't
Depends
it?
on the status of the Band-Aid. Does it still have the little plastic tabbies on the back?
No, it's a used Band-Aid.
Well, that's different.
It's not different. It's
That
the
is
same.
what I just witnessed here was
How was I
two dads that have been locked into arguments with their children's before and both put up really, really good points.
You usually lose. Here's one for me.
Good.
It says for Mark. While heading out for a backpack mountain goat hunt on Kodiak, why wouldn't Willie let me bring peanut butter on his plane? He's got apparently a lifetime ban of peanut butter on his plane, as he should. We were getting ready to fly in. Weather was in and out. A couple guys in our group from Argali Outdoors had already made it in to where they were landing. That window was kind of closed up. We're waiting to see if we get on the jet. While we're waiting, we're loading up on food. You know, kind of like our last civilized meal before we hit the wilderness. I'm with our very own Eric Barber. He is pounding pastries, bacon, eggs, typical breakfast
Eric
items.
stuff.
He loves peanut butter. So much so that he's putting it on breads and
And desserts. Get all fat and sassy.
and also just eating, opening up the peanut butters and just eating peanut butter. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's kind of impressive. We get the call, boom, mad scramble, go down to the dock. We get on the plane. We're not too far into the flight. It's a little bumpy, but it's not bad, right? I mean, it's nothing too crazy. I'm middled in the back seat. We got 3 guys in the back seat. I'm middled, which is fine. I've been in a float plane before. I mean, that's a huge. I mean, even if you've been in a float plane before, it's always a treat to be up and to have a window seat. I mean, it's cool, right? And it's a little bumpy. It's not bad. And Eric, he's sitting next to me, and we hit a bump, and kind of gives him. And I'm like,
So it's okay when you do it.
this is just a demonstration. And if you're
Was
not
it like this?
if you're not watching on YouTube, you kind of
Like this?
kind of you're ruining the story. He reaches out with his hand. He's like a little tense, and I was like, I tried to reassure him. I'm like, hey, it's always like this. It's not a big deal. I thought he was like worried about the turbulence.
airworthiness.
So we're bebopping along, and all of a sudden, Willie looks back, and he goes, "Hey, why don't you open up that window, or maybe I'm going to open up the window. We'll get a little fresh air back there." I'm like, why would we need fresh air? I'm still a little bit aloof to the situation until I look over at Eric, and I'm like, oh no, this isn't good, man. I mean, he's pale. I can tell he's
Sweating a little.
He's fighting it. So I'm trying to enjoy the ride as much as I can. Also, paying attention to what's going on to my right, and I see him dry heave. And I'm like, I know 100%. I go, this is the beginning of the end. Like, this is going to happen. He starts to get sick. Willie has a Yeti mug up front. We don't have any air sick bags. One of the previous people on the flight before us had not used it, but they took it with them. We do not have a vomit receptacle handy on the plane.
Gee.
Will is like, hey, take this. Eric begins to fill the cup. He does fill the cup. His cup runneth over. It looks like, you know when you bake a muffin, but you put too much batter in the tin?
Oh, yeah. I can totally visualize it. A little foamy.
Oh, God.
I mean, it's just chock full of peanut butters and oatmeal, like a lot of peanut butter, though. And, like, so the cup, it's full. In fact, and it's so full that, like, it's really almost, like, amazing, like, how much it's sticking out the top of the mug.
Surface tension.
Yeah.
Bouncing
Probably
the
smelled
meniscus.
like a peanut butter kombucha.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And so it's over the mug. It's on the floor. And Eric, in his wisdom to contain the vomit, grabs the plastic cover, you know, that you can put over a Yeti cup that also has, like, you know, the spout where the fluid is supposed to leave.
What we have here, folks, is called an extrusion die.
Yeah, this created a high-pressure situation. Eric caps it with force. The vomit, yes, Jim, jettisons straight up.
Oh, geyser.
Lands directly down my neck. I have vomit, a spewing of vomit that gravity brings it down. It hits me in the neck and runs down my back. I'm paralyzed.
Undoubtedly.
With vomit fear. It's disgusting. We land. I jump off the jet. You know, I mean, we're landing in the middle of nowhere, Alaska.
Jet flood.
And now I reek of vomit and peanut butter. There's bears out there, Jim. We saw a sow with, I think she had 2 cubs or even triplet cubs, like shortly after we landed. You don't have too many clothes out there, right? And I'm down a layer of clothes. We haven't even landed. It's raining. I get out. I'm rinsing off. I'm rinsing my waders off. Willie's taking buckets of salt water and, you know, just rinsing out his airplane. And so that is why he doesn't allow peanut butter on this plane. And he shouldn't. We weren't good patrons. I was a fine patron, but
Rick.
we were not a good guest that day.
Remember on his 30th birthday when he ate 30 donuts?
Donuts.
Rick.
It's like every day he seeks to challenge himself on food intake. It's not necessary.
That question came from Cahill Jr. Jim.
Jim?
Here's another good one. Are we ready? I think we're ready.
Ben ready?
WH_Gillette. What is the most common cartridge used and or owned by the staff at Vortex? So I thought that was a good question. So we sent out a survey, devised a survey. Catherine helped me with the execution of it.
I just want to know, right before you get into the metrics, how many people responded?
So, okay. I broke it down because I wasn't, you kind of got to break it down like hunting or shooting, right? It's like, I feel like your cartridge selection is going to be different if it's like more like hunting related or shooting related. Yeah. So I rephrased the question as we asked it to the Vortex staff. First one, what is the cartridge you most commonly use for big game hunting? Pick one choice. I put some choices out there. 223 Remington for all predator hunters out there. 6.5 Creedmoor. 308. Oh, yeah. Well, whatever. You could use a 223, I guess.
Wait, you only gave them these options?
No, this was there's a big part of deliberation here. I just still want to know how many people answered.
Yeah, that was
83.
Okay, not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad, not good.
Mark listed a variety of cartridges applicable for big game hunting. And survey says
I kind of asked the question wrong. I should have just said hunting. Anyway. 6.5 Creedmoor, 308, 270, 06, 301 meg, and other, Jim. Please specify.
Okay.
Question for you guys. What do you think the answer is?
Knowing the Gen Pop, I'm going to go with 06.
Jim, you've been sent to Gen Pop before.
308. Yeah.
The answer was 308.
No kidding.
By a landslide.
Really?
Yeah, 29 people.
I was one of them.
In the other category,
which, yeah.
There were several 7-rem megs.
What's the other category?
Just other cartridges.
Oh, just listed. Other. Okay, got it.
And there were 2 300 WSMs. One of those was mine. The one that isn't mine, though, has a note next to it that says, only cartridge that matters. So
Rylan.
Yeah.
It was.
I appreciate him.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Jim, yeah, what's the cartridge you use most for big game hunting?
308.
Yeah. So you're lumped right in.
No, it's probably 6.5 Creedmoor.
By numbers or
every year I go out with the intention to shoot 308. And every year something happens at the absolute last minute, and I resort back to the Ruger American that I bought like 9 years ago and have never cleaned. Never done anything
that's
to
right. Because last fall there was a small catastrophe.
Yes, there was.
Yeah.
Because I was going to shoot a 308. I'm not going to say anything. I was going to shoot a 308. I put a suppressor on it, and I'm going to hunt with a suppressor because, gosh darn it, I'm just going to do it. And the suppressor that I wanted to use had a slight dog leg to it. And so I was getting keyholing and all kinds of other stuff.
Little tink.
Yeah. So once again, back to the old Ruger American.
That was a that night pivot, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah. That's right. We were doing
that was because it was like taking your pool cue at the bar and you roll all the pool cues across the pool table to see which one's bent the most. That's what we were doing with my suppressor.
Not good.
No.
It all worked out.
Everything's fine.
How about general shooting?
General shooting.
Gen shoot.
So yeah, what is the cartridge what is the cartridge you most commonly use for general shooting / competition? So here, 223. I listed that. That makes sense. 9mm, 12 gauge, 22 LR.
Yep.
6.5 Creedmoor, 6 ARC, or other.
Yep.
What do you think won?
Deuces.
223.
9mm.
No kidding.
Oh.
I was having a great conversation this morning with Vortex Edge's very own Corey Eliason, long-range instructor extraordinaire. Heck of a guy. And we were touting the merits of 308 Winchester.
I didn't think those guys did that.
That's the man
Corey,
to discuss 308 Winchester Shire with.
Corey's he's a different breed.
He's a man of utility.
And function.
I bet Corey makes his bed in the morning.
I bet you're right.
I bet he makes the knives that he cuts his steak with on a daily basis, re-melts them, and then forges them again. He's just...
Yeah.
So what does he like
He doesn't
about...
run them through a magic chef.
Well,
sharpener.
so we were talking about 308, and he's like, you know what it is? He's like, and like Corey's list of credentials and accomplishments are significant. And his proficiency with a long arm is ridiculous. He's like, I can buy factory ammo that performs exceptionally well. Intimacy with the gun, because it is not necessarily the ballistic superiority that some other cartridges are. So he learns the gun very well and the nuances. He gets to manipulate the optic a lot and understand all these things. And then for him, he said it was barrel life. So he'll get double to quadruple the barrel life usable while doing this. And because there is recoil generated.
Compared to what, though?
Like a fast 6 or 6.5.
6.5 Creed isn't like a super
Some
fast
of those guys
cartridge.
are turning new barrels on after 2,000, 2,200 rounds.
Corey just, with the 308, and his particular 308,
No.
It's like when your old man has some Craftsman socket set, and it's not even at one point things were supposed to go where they're supposed to go, but it's like not even organized anymore, and you keep getting your old man like a new socket set for Christmas.
But he just goes back.
He just never uses it.
Yeah.
Even though it's better and it's got all the whiz bang features, 90 teeth or something like that. Nope.
That's like you and your Ruger American, though.
It is actually. That's fair. Yes, it is.
It's not like you're rocking
It's just
some
like an
fancy Gen 2 Ruger American.
This is true. This is true. It's just an old, comfy pair of shoes.
So, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Mr. Gillette, thank you. That was a great question. Okay, now we're really
Best a man can get.
blank one. Good. Cruise through that page.
Did you have the HTML going over
Just
there?
a
HTTP.
AZ _Bobcat. Funny you should ask. How
Moving
about
on.
that 6.8 Western revisit that Mr. Mark Boardman had previously alluded towards? I still want to do that. I'm just letting him know.
Whatever happened to the 6.8 Western?
We did a whole podcast on it one
No,
time.
I know
we just
we
want to
did.
revisit it, though.
Yeah, but
It's
it
like,
came out, and then
I think it has a very cult following.
I
a
would
bunch
have
of horses?
That actually makes sense. Okay. Banya K Precision. Hydrostatic shock. Myth, fact, somewhere in between.
that. Somewhere in between.
I say somewhere in between too.
Yep.
I'll
Here's what
defer
I'll
to
say.
Ryan.
Do I think it matters? Yes. Do I think it's a thing? Yes. Should it be? Is it what I'm going to focus on? No, it's not. It's not in my top 3 of things, right? It's a nice byproduct, and I also think you will get that byproduct or whatever you want to call it.
That result.
That result with to a degree, with any appropriate bullet for a hunting game.
So, like, you're getting at, it's unlikely that anyone ever walked up to a dead animal and they're like, if it hadn't been for that hydrostatic shock, this thing would still be out running around.
Maybe not that far, because I'm sure it's happened.
Yeah. Kind of a wonky shot from like a critical organ tissue contact thing, but proximity to things that can turn stuff off. Like, oh, how did you die?
Yeah.
I mean, there's been research done,
Yeah.
that shows like, hey, the bullet hit here, but we have essentially trauma over here that we can't necessarily attribute to anything other than.
First-hand anecdotal report, 1 pronghorn antelope, 1 300 rum, 1, I believe, 210 grain burger VLD for 145 yards. Bullet entered
Undergunned.
Dude.
Yeah. Bullet entered just above what would be the ilium, I suppose, of the hip, basically in the backstrap. Never made it to the diaphragm. We found the jacket in the backstrap. Never found the core. Diaphragm was intact. That thing was like if you took an accordion and dropped it from a 10-story building. It just went, and that pronghorn was just cooked. And so I think the proximity of that projectile to the spine juiced the cerebrospinal fluid like a piston and then blew that thing's brains out 35 inches away from the impact site.
I mean, you can't say that nothing's like you think of like
I know something's happening.
right, but I guess a dramatic result. Think what happens when you shoot a prairie dog with like a 223.
Yeah. And
you don't just
pops.
poke. You just don't poke a 223 size hole through it.
Right.
It's gross.
Something's happening. Hard to measure.
Okay. Squire's outside. Alberta now allows 22 caliber centerfire rifles for big game hunting. Which 22 caliber cartridge y'all picking for plinking and future youth to hunt with? Pretty easy answer for me.
Yeah, 223.
Yeah.
22R could be a good choice too. Need a little more horsepower.
I was gonna go 22 Creed.
That's a lot of horsepower. It would work. 22 250 would then fall into that same vein.
Yeah.
Yep. It'd be a great choice. Get a good bullet though, something tough.
Yeah.
It'd be hard for me not to choose 223, I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. Maybe I'm switching that. I don't know.
Especially because this is a realistic
I'll
question.
decide when I get to Alberta.
So, like, yeah. Well, anyway.
Big _ Janess. What is Ryan's favorite Weatherby Magnum?
I'm juxtaposed. So I have and have had several 300s, and it really is a marvelous cartridge. It's a lot to hold on to, but wildly effective. The 257 it does something a little bit different, and I don't know how to best describe it.
Hydrostatic shock.
Yeah. It's a mean bastard, and it's way more controllable. And I think if I can assign an award of efficiency, it might be one of the more efficient variants. And it really is a handsome case. Very capable. The 340 though, which I have zero field experience with, I think is the ultimate balance between mass and diameter, velocity, and case size. But it's a behemoth. Like, it's a big cartridge. It makes a 338 Lapua wince. In reality, like, truly, it does. The thing that keeps me from getting them, though, is just goofy case geometry. And as somebody who's loaded way too many, a barrel's worth, literally burned the barrel off of a 300 Weatherby, I don't love working with that case. And that's it, right?
Why don't you just fix it and make a Wildcat?
338 RPM, 338 RUM.
So it's been done.
Yeah. I mean, even a Lapua, say for the gigantic bolt face. Yeah. I think something like a 338 300 PRC, that would be, like, from a case dimension, new bullets. I'm not talking, 250 partitions. I'm talking new modern, 33 caliber projectiles that are very capable. Actually, 33 Nas is another great option as well. But 340 Weatherby, I don't know. Those three are really, really hard for me to pick between, because all of them are very capable at long range. The 300 and the 340 stand aside from the 257 because of just raw horsepower, but the 340 is like, it could do whatever you want. If you want to load it with 160 TTSXs at mock Jesus and go hunt pronghorn, like, have at. If you want to load it with, a 250 bonded or partition or some, monometal bullet and go stomp out the largest of critters, you could do it. That's tough. So I'm going to give you three answers: 257, 300, and 340.
I'm not against it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I've never, I don't think I've hunted. I haven't. What I would call like a traditional Weatherby cartridge. But to me, like, if you said, and this question wasn't for me, it said Ryan, but Ryan again.
The first one.
It'd be the 257 Weatherby for pronghorn.
Yeah.
That's just, for whatever reason, like, those two things fit together for me.
That plays.
Chantry 61, 6.5 BC. Will it be finished? Great question. Yes. We're one step closer.
Big step.
_Ford_dude97. If you had to be an animal that Mark was hunting, what animal would you choose to be and why?
Javelina.
Okay, fair. Yeah, fine.
So I have to choose what you are,
Yeah.
and then I'm hunting you.
No. You're being hunted by Mark. That's
by
why I
Mark?
chose what I chose.
If you had to
He'd
be an
never get
animal
me.
that Mark was hunting, yes,
Yeah.
so it's you.
He's hunting you.
Any 3.5-year-old or older whitetail. I'm fine. It's cool.
That works for me. That works for me. Not
So we both
every
live.
year. Not every year. Okay, this is what I had some of my printouts for.
Oh, good.
Mountain Clyde 9, best 90s action movie. The action movie genre, Ryan. 90s.
You know any?
Oh, yeah. Hear me out. Predator 2.
Predator dude.
It's on the list.
Predator 2.
The list that Mark is talking about, I took a peek at before we started, and I
Jim
got
was
chastised for doing so.
Now, Predator 1.
He printed out a list in rankings of the top 90s action movies.
No, subjective and put together by probably an AI model or something else.
Or a 20-year-old who
Yeah.
didn't even live in the 90s.
Yeah.
Remember that last comment.
A 20-year-old that didn't live in the 90s?
Or the AI thing.
And you
Yeah, that part.
Okay. I think Predator 2 instead of 1. 1 was great, unbelievable. Predator 2 way more depth and breadth to the story. Way.
Hashtag disagree. Predator 2 was a dog compared to Predator 1.
You're wrong.
This is a question for the public. If you've gotten this far, thank you, number one. Number two, it is very important that you answer this question. Predator 1 versus Predator 2. Predator 1, landslide over Predator 2.
Amazing
Predator
film.
2 was a disappointment.
You're wrong. First of all, I know you don't follow the lore of Predator.
Oh, you're using the term lore.
I know you don't.
Like, what do you mean the lore? What do you mean?
So first of all, okay, Predator, comic book series, whole thing behind it, right? Predator 2 finally gives us a glimpse into the why behind it. There's a scene where he's in the ship and he sees the skulls of all the places the predators have been. The final fight scene in which he kills the predator with its own weapon. The net gun came out.
I feel like we don't want to give away too much for some of the viewers.
Yeah.
But when all the other predators show up, they're all
Spoiler
there.
alert, Ryan's here.
They're all there. And then the gift that is given to Danny Glover at the end by the predator.
It was still just okay.
Whatever.
True Lies.
I trust
Great movie.
I trust my Predator experience, and you're making me question that right now. But
Oh, I'm sorry, Mark.
Predator
That's
1.
your truth. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that
we
is
couldn't
my
question
truth.
that.
True Lies.
Yep.
Jim?
Speaking of truth,
That's on the
my
list.
truth.
Where did that one hit? If these are in order,
It was a top tenner.
okay.
And I
Yeah.
didn't just come up with it after I saw that. I would say, if somebody asked me that, I would say True Lies.
I know this is going to look like I'm cheating.
It's got everything you would want in an action movie.
Harrier
There's a
jets.
Harrier jet,
Gasoline, Mac 10s,
spies, cars.
pistol and a video recorder,
Yep.
That is a fan favorite.
lipstick tube used as a pistol under a chin, Arnold, a missile.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I want to say, I would like to say Jamie Lee Curtis, but I really don't. Actually,
I understand.
she's
I
very
understand.
annoying.
Yep. Great
me.
actress. That's all. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fine in that movie.
It's been a while since I've seen Predator 2.
Okay.
Is Arnold in Predator 2?
No.
I didn't think so. It's
No,
just
it is.
Danny.
Danny Glover's in it.
Yeah.
What's the guy who? Oh, where's my mind? I can't remember his name. I don't sleep a lot, so
Danny's the main guy.
Danny's your. main
Anyway,
character,
I was like, for a second there, because we were talking so
Bill
much about
Paxton's in
Predator 1, the superior Predator. I was like, oh my gosh, Arnold's in all three of our picks. Now, this, like I said, this is going to look like I'm cheating because, like I said, if these are in order, this is number 1. Terminator 2, Judgment Day. And I think it has incredible relevance today
Sure.
with
Yeah, a
the
little spooky.
evolution
Little
of AI.
spooky.
Yeah.
Are we going to be...
Was that the one where
I get Predator. I get Terminator 1 and 2 mixed up all the time.
What is the one where the guy?
Terminator 2 has the silver Predator.
Okay.
Yeah,
like
and the original is the good one.
Or the silver Terminator.
Yeah.
Terminator.
Liquid
yeah,
Man.
that's right. Oh yes.
Yeah.
And it also has Arnold, who's like the original Terminator, but now he's a good Terminator.
Right.
Anyway.
Good movie. Agreed.
So that was
Sarah
number
Connor.
1. I win.
You don't win. You're the one who printed it off.
I win. That's
All you
the
have
name
to
of
do
the
is
game.
just read the top. You probably went on to IMDb to get the plot of the movie, so you could talk about it like you've seen it.
Talk intelligently about it. Terminator 2.
Mom still doesn't let him watch
Steep Timber Outdoors, over, under, or side by side for the classic Upland Game Hunter. Ryan, I'll look at you first.
I
Yeah,
allow
it's definitely.
both.
Allow?
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
so.
you're giving me permission.
First of all, son, what do you own? 3 shotguns?
Yeah, something like that, I think.
Adorable. Mark hunts grouse with a 12 gauge, a modern 12 gauge that is synthetic stock with a camo dip.
I didn't take you for a gun shamer.
Oh yeah.
I'd
100%.
love to know what you have to say about me behind my back.
Oh, it's not good, Jim.
Remember that text message that I sent a couple between the 3 of us? I was like, I will find them and I will
I don't remember that.
And you said, "Well, calm down. It's going to be okay."
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's how I feel about you.
Regarding?
I'm only vaguely following what you're talking about.
Fierce dog.
Got it.
Mark, not so much.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Doesn't matter.
Nope, I followed.
The
We're good. 2 out of 3.
An over-under is a very classy firearm. They're very well balanced. I think they're easier to shoot than a side-by-side. And I think you get like more miles out of that thing, right? If you hunt roosters, 12 gauge is fine. If you hunt sages, 12 gauge is fine. But I implore you to consider a smaller gauge
Why?
because it's the right thing to do.
Why? Because,
Mark, it's like when you hunt doves with a 12 gauge.
Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah, I know. It's the right thing to do. Side-by-sides are great.
Says the guy who would shoot an antelope with a 340 Weatherby.
Yeah. I guess I just thought the important thing was camaraderie with friends and getting out and enjoying the outdoors. But apparently it's just like the specific type of gear you use to do it.
Right.
I shoot a side-by-side because I like them better. They're classier and they bespoke. And
makes you feel better than others.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm going with the over-under. If you said pick something for upland hunting, I'm going with the
it's
over-under.
probably a more intelligent choice.
Same.
I feel like I would be trying to be somebody that I'm not with a side-by-side. If that makes sense. Like, I feel like I can fall right into that over-under category. What does Kerchak mean?
Kerchak. Tarzan.
The animated one.
I probably saw that. I don't know. Jim, did you have you're an over-under guy.
Yeah.
You're the only guy I know that hunts turkeys with an over-under. It always looks, not to be Orion, it always looks a little out of place to me, but I love that you do it. There's nothing wrong with it. I've seen
fun.
it. I was going to say something.
I don't have to think. Whenever I've gone out with a pump before, and I'm like, there's more to think about. I don't like this. It's a pure form of turkey hunting, in my opinion.
I do love autoloaders. Best barrel length for a 22 LR SBR that will be unsuppressed.
What?
22 LR AR?
Yeah, must be.
I don't know, 6 inches.
10? That's 8? Anything you want.
Yeah, it's
that long.
An SBR, and you're not going to hang one of them things on the end of it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, especially if you're not going to put one of them things in there. I feel like give yourself a little more barrel length so you don't shoot your finger off or something.
Yeah, I think mine's a 6 or an 8.
You have one of the? Is it one of the Nordic ones?
Yeah.
I think those are 8s.
Yeah.
That's what I have.
But I've got one of them things on the end of it.
Likewise.
Shooting your 22 pistol suppressed is just a delight.
Oh.
That was fun. That was Eric Deuce asking that. Jashun 05, we've seen budget rifle episodes. Will we see a budget pistol episode?
We did talk about budget pistols one time. I think that was a 3-gun for under a certain amount of money episode.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
It was. I brought up the Smith & Wesson Sigma, I think it was. And I about got booed off of the podcast by Adam and Dave.
Most people don't know those words, Smith & Wesson and Sigma, in the same sentence.
But
For those who do.
They are inexpensive.
I used to call those lunchbox guns.
Yeah.
Because you put them in like a tin with a ration.
Yeah.
And then you drop them over some austere place.
Vietnam.
And then you can cut it open and you got a possibly usable pistol. Like a Liberator, but different.
Makes sense. Anyway, good question.
Yeah.
Good question. Ryan 19.sims, waffles or pancakes?
Pancakes.
I actually like waffles.
I make pancakes more because it's less steps and easy, but I like waffles more.
I like homemade fluffy waffles.
Special shout out to whatever batter they use at your typical Holiday Inn Express waffle maker downstairs.
It does hit different.
There's something to it.
It's got the right crisp, but the right fluff.
Somewhere the Holiday Inn has a big factory and they just crank it.
But like probably a lot of sugar because there's like a sweetness to it. They're delicious. James _Reed 68. If you can only choose one for all future hunting endeavors, would you rather pick a Magnum rifle that is less than or equal to 6.5 pounds, or a non-Magnum caliber greater than or equal to 11 pounds?
Oh man, why would you do that?
Yeah.
One.
Can I still hand load?
One for all future hunts.
Can I still hand load?
Sure. Yeah.
Magnum at 6.5 pounds.
Okay.
Handily.
See where you're going.
Yep. 1,000%.
Jim?
I guess I'd have an 11-pound 6-arc or something.
Yeah, I'm going with the Magnum at 6.5 pounds. My rifle right now is only 7.5 pounds. Now, is he talking complete rifle with scope?
I think so. I think he's trying to really put us in a box.
I don't even know how you do that because my gun is about as light as you could get it, and it's 7.5 pounds.
We can make it lighter.
You can make it lighter.
No, it's as light as I'd want to make it.
That was why the question was difficult.
I'd still do it if I'm going with the heavier Magnum. Real _Snowman, 1 cartridge and 1 bullet, as many rifles as you want, and as much ammo as you want. What would be your choice and why?
308 Winchester, 130 grain Barnes TTSX.
Since it's 308, whatever Ryan chose.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I was going to go 6.5 Creed, but
At
We're only
130.
just getting to
Going
the
with the
Instagram
308.
ones.
you know, wait, timeout. Nope, I'm back on 6.5 Creed.
What bullet, Mark?
1 cartridge and 1 bullet. Oh, shnikes.
Back to 308 we come. Mark, welcome.
Maybe.
Welcome, brother. Welcome.
Welcome.
This is an interesting one. It comes from J. Dot, the Latter-day Saint. Do y'all think the minimum caliber diameter for African big game is antiquated? What should it be?
I'm going to speak out my backside because I've never been there and done that. But 9.3 by 74 is allowable for Cape Buffalo. 9.3 by 62 in some places is allowable by for Cape Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
But 35 Whalen is not.
338
Is not.
is not.
Yes. But you got to be careful because there's some 33s and some 35s that don't cut the mustard. Like it should be.
It's more of a cartridge
Yeah.
thing than a diameter
And then
thing.
here's the other thing. My buddy Logan was in Africa last year, killed a stud Cape Buffalo with his bow, his whitetail bow, and his whitetail arrows. And then took an awesome giraffe with the same setup.
That's wild.
And we're talking fantastic results. So we must not forget that it is not the energy or the diameter that does the killing. It is, in fact, the shot placement, the bullet technology, and then condition of the animal or alertness of the animal, whatever, right?
That goes back to that hydrostatic shock thing, too. It's like, and it's, people, if you put the bullet where it needs to go, it's true, though.
Now, I'm also not a PH, and I've not had to handle problems like that after they occur. So I think they would, have a very, very different thought process on that. But, Brittany Boddington, back in the day, one of the first articles that I can recall reading from Craig Boddington, she took a Cape Buffalo with a Ruger No. 1 chambered in .405 Winchester, which is a powerful cartridge, but it's not that powerful of a cartridge. So she's a very small frame gal, and she could handle that one well enough to do a good job with it. That worked, made the caliber, requirement easy enough. But yeah, I think it might be a little unfounded. I think there are certainly some examinations that could be made on like actual terminal performance with modern bullet technologies. And then maybe it's a cartridge minimum, not a caliber minimum.
Right.
Yeah. Because like a 375 Winchester would be a terrible prospect to hunt Cape Buffalo with in comparison to a 35 Whalen. But a 358 Winchester would be a terrible idea in comparison to a 9.3 by 62. So I can, yeah. So
I agree. Wolfie 6.5. What's the best way to get into a career in the shooting industry with no experience? Now, does that mean you never had a job in the shooting industry, but you like to shoot?
Yep, young person wanting to get into it.
You got to have some moderate experience with the shooting industry if you're following Vortex, right? I mean, you have to.
Yeah. You're into it.
You have more experience than someone who has no idea Vortex exists.
Yeah.
And you think it's cool enough that you want a job.
You
in
like
that
guns.
Space.
You shoot guns.
Yeah.
You interact with it. You appreciate the culture.
From my perspective, when we think of the shooting industry, we think that everybody's just talking guns, shooting guns, building guns, and all that kind of thing. And sometimes that's true, right? Like sometimes definitely that's true. But then the places,
some companies are that way.
Yeah. But if you look at like us on the whole, like not everybody here hunts and shoots. However, we have machinists that get to build our product and design and develop and assemble and all these other things, and they make the thing.
A lot of those guys hunt and shoot, though.
They do, right? But you wouldn't necessarily need to be attached to, or from like an experiential standpoint, need to have it to be a part of it and to be a huge part of it. And so when I think of that, like if you're enthusiastic about the outdoor space in any capacity, but you don't have, like I came to Vortex with almost 10 years of industry experience, as did Mark. Jim, you were born into it and have lived here forever. Not really.
I have some thoughts on it.
But like if you were mechanically inclined, for instance, and you had a passion for that kind of thing and the shooting industry, like a degree in machining or machine operation, or if you like assembling things, like there's a lot of avenues you can get into there that involve you at a very intimate level.
Yeah.
And you become an extraordinarily important part of that machine. Otherwise, like if you're like, no, I want to go whole hard into this and like talk to the end users with the product, the answer is experience, right?
Yeah.
And so like if there's the local gun shop or the local gun range, get behind the counter, interact with the customer face to face, learn the product lines, learn the differences between the product lines, understand the relationship between product subcomponent A, like rifle scope, and product subcomponent B, like rifle, and pair them together hundreds of times and then keep evolving. And that's how you do that.
Yeah.
So what you're describing is something very specific, but there's something that's even bigger than that needs to be addressed for people who ask this type of a question. This type of a question is a great question, and so I'm glad we get to talk about it. People forget all the time that a company in the firearm space, whatever space it is that you want to be into, but we'll talk about the firearm space or the hunting space, is a business still.
Mm.
So you need to make yourself valuable to that business. If the job that you want at that business revolves around you having experience and being able to speak to the end customer based on your experiences and your knowledge about the product and the application, then you need to learn that. But there are many jobs at that business that don't require that. We have a customer service team that there are people who are on the phones who need to know some things about the product, but there are fulfillment people, there are people behind the scenes all over the place that work here that their daily job does not require, it does not hinge on their intimate knowledge of the application and the product. But being here, they learn more about it.
Right.
And then if you are indeed passionate about getting to that point where you're doing something where your job requires you to have that, then you will, because you want that and you're in the right spot to do it, you will do like Ryan's talking about, where you're researching, you're asking questions, you're putting things together, you're trying to get out and go shooting. So like that is a natural byproduct of you just being somebody who wants it. So if you want it, make yourself valuable to the business. I mean, and especially businesses, Vortex, where all over the U.S., we're all over the world now. There's a lot of companies in the firearms space like that, big firearms companies, other optics companies, if you're into that sort of thing. I don't know why you would be, but anyway, but there are, people who make accessories and whatever it is that are, larger companies, and all those companies have shipping that needs to get done. They have customer service accounting that needs to get done. They have repairs that need to be made. They have warranty work that needs to get done. They have just customers who call in who just need to be made, who just need to be made to feel good about dealing with. So they all have normal business needs.
So I want to ask you a question, because we had a young man call up, podcast listener, fairly local, lived a couple hours away, made a special trip down here. He's too young. He's still in high school yet, but he's trying to pick a career, and he's thinking UW Platteville. And I, I'm just having this conversation with him. I go, what do you like to do? Like, do you have a job? He's like, yeah, I got a job. I go, what do you do? He's like, oh, I work at an auto shop after school. And I'm like, cool, man. Like, what about that is interesting to you? And he's like, I love fixing cars. I go, what about him? He's like, everything. I'm like, and he goes from brake jobs to manifolds to the whole thing. And then when I think of I've been, for the past couple of years, more heavily involved with an entity that does manufacturing than I have with one that just does retail sales or whatever, sells things. The thing that I'm always wondering personally, and just being involved in the industry now for a long time, is who's going to make these things? And I worry, and I want your take on this. When you see young people now, do you see young people falling off from an attendance standpoint in like the mechanically inclined trades or skills, like welding, like machining, or am I just isolated enough that I'm overly concerned about something that isn't real?
I think it feels like the gap is widening, where tech schools and trade schools have kind of become more popular lately.
Sure.
Or at least the idea of them. People are discussing them. Kids are discussing them as a real option now, who formerly would have been the type, they were raised in, they went to a high school, they were around other kids, they were in a neighborhood, or they were in a town where most of those kids just go to a 4-year university, right? But now there's more people talking about go to a tech school, go to a trade school, learn a trade. But it used to be, I think, that your general population of youth was a little bit more handy than they are now. So most kids now, I mean, and I know this because I work with a few teenagers on my farm who come over and help out. It's their summer job now. Hand them a socket wrench. 16-year-old kid. They're like, what is this? Whereas there is a time in history, and I'm not going to act like that time was just 15 years ago, But I mean, it's certainly a little while back, and it's just continued to morph. I just don't think kids don't have as many opportunities, it doesn't seem, or they don't give themselves as many opportunities to learn how to do anything.
Sure.
I mean, my wife and I talked about this because we were like, do we need to get a home phone, a landline? Because a kid doesn't even know how to use a landline anymore. They don't even know how to call their friend's house. If you want to hang out with your friend and you're a kid now, your parents have to talk to their parents because they have cell phones. And if you're 12 and you don't have cell phones yet and your buddy doesn't have a cell phone, you can't text them. You can't call them. Whereas it used to be you get the directory for your class and you'd be like, hey, Mrs. So-and-so, can I talk to so-and-so? And then, can I talk to Aaron? Hey, Aaron, you want to hang out? Yeah, sure. Hold on, let me ask my mom, who you were just talking to. Anyway, kids just don't know how to do anything.
Yeah, and that's so. This young guy's like, what degree do I get? And I'm like, well, I don't have a degree.
Yeah,
and he's like, okay. And I'm like, if I was gonna do anything over again, that I think would open me up for opportunities to your point, be useful to a business. For me, just passion based, I'd figure out how to use a machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how to cut metal, shape metal.
Yeah. Learn how to use a computer and do programming of things like that. That's pretty huge.
And I think that value then translates over to so many other industries that have an opportunity to pay good money.
If you learn how to make a machine, think about this. if you learn how to make a machine, you've learned something to do. You've learned to do something that so many people don't know how to do. And you can still be a human being and like be in customer service.
Yeah.
But if you're just somebody who grows up, you never learn how to do anything, never learn how anything mechanical works, you can join customer service, but you can't just walk out of the machine shop and be like, all right, boys, yeah, like
ball and mill.
Tune me in. Yeah, hey, you can't just belly up to the CNC and start programming in, whatever. You could do so many things with that. And you have a plethora of awesome hobbies outside of work that you could get into with that. So,
yeah,
that'd be neat. You should do that. Everyone should learn how to do that. I had to learn a lot of that crap on my own.
I think the MATC does a free night weekend thing. You can go there and I've been thinking about it.
Yeah.
You know, I like making chips. I don't know what I'm doing, but I like making chips.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it depends a little bit on where you're at in your life too. Like where are you at in your career lifespan, if you will? If you're younger, if you're just getting out of school or whatever, you got a lot of room, right? You got a lot of buffer there. And to that person, I guess I look at myself, right? Finished up school, had some, school skills that actually stuff that I use today, miraculously enough. But mostly what I was into was hunting and fishing.
Yeah.
So then I got a job at a Norvis retail store, immersed myself in fly fishing. I love all types of fishing, but while I was there, I only fly fished.
Right.
Then I got a job at Outdoor Emporium. We had a marine department, hunt department, killer fishing department.
It's different than the marine department?
Marine would be like boat.
Oh.
Yeah, like boats, anchors, rope, crab pots, whatever.
Got it. You mean there are people who own boats and don't fish?
Yeah, wakeboarders.
Got it.
Yikes.
Frosted tips.
But just like building that experience, like I loved those jobs. It wasn't like the end game where I necessarily wanted to be, and then even when I was a copywriter at Cabela's, I didn't have ever in my life aspirations to be a copywriter, but I got that position and I'm able to build off that experience. And I actually do a fair amount of writing here at Vortex and have done a lot over the years. Yeah. Boy, that sure came in handy.
And now you do this. So if you want to be a mark right away, it's probably not going to happen. You've got to do all the Mark stuff to eventually become Mark.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how many people are like, man, that's what I want to be.
I don't know why there would. I don't know why there wouldn't be a plethora, a handful at least.
I didn't know either. I just got lucky as hell.
I mean, that's part of it too.
Like truthfully,
right? But you also immersed yourself into it, gaining a vast and just very deep knowledge of firearms related things, accessories, how things work, how things go together. Yeah. You're a practitioner. You were heavy into competition shooting at a high level, right? So your understanding is that of somebody who is an expert.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to have a realistic idea of it too. Like, I don't know if you guys have it, where you tell people like, oh yeah, work at Vortex and, like I do the podcast or something like that. And they're like, oh, that sounds awesome. I wish I could have that job. It's like, well, one, we're not podcasting 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and two, think about all the stuff that you had to do to get all the knowledge and both of you guys. I think back to the days of being a 11-year-old kid, not technically working for the business, DOL, but bagging 3,586 binocular rubber objective lens covers over the course of my summer, or measuring and weighing every single box in the entire warehouse for a whole summer.
Not glamorous.
No. But I learned a lot, so it's like, yeah, if you want to do something like that and you're like, well, that sure sounds cool, I wish I could do that. It's like, well, why don't you work your butt off and then maybe eventually you get to do something that you think is really awesome.
Mine was unloading 1,088 Winchester Super Target cases from a semi. That was my first objective in the industry. 1,088 cases. It was heavy. And then you spend a fortune on things you think are good ideas to learn valuable lessons. They turn out to be bad ideas. And then, yeah, man, I mean, but luck and fate, I guess.
That has a little to do with it.
Yeah.
But you know what they say? What do they say? I'm going to butcher it. It's a term. Basically, the harder you work at something, the more likely you are to have a little bit of luck.
I like that. Jim. We'll end on that.
It was a good talk.
That was a fun talk.
Good questions.
Yeah.
Thanks again, everybody out
do
there,
this more
for the
often.
questions.
Sure.
It becomes like a really nice little rap session. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we were chatting before the podcast. It was very casual. We're joking around.
And then the podcast started and
Then we were kind of
nothing
laughing
really
and
changed.
joking
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen. As I said, thanks to everybody out there. Thanks for the questions, comments. Happy hunting and shooting. We'll catch you on the next one.
See?
Bye.
There you have it, folks. Thank you very much for listening. As usual, give this video a like if you liked it, comment something below, and give us a subscribe to the Vortex Nation podcast channel. It would mean a lot to us. Also, why don't you give us a follow over on Instagram while you're at it, at Vortex Nation Podcast. We'd love to hear from you over there, and we'll keep you updated with all kinds of cool photos and videos from our adventures that we do here. Otherwise, we will see you on the next one. Thank you again. Happy hunting and shooting, everybody. Have a good one.